Hey there, how's it going, Pisces? Thank you so much for joining me. Let's get started on your tarot reading for the month of November. Pisces, Holy Spirit, we're connecting with the zodiac sign of Pisces. What insight, foresight, guidance, revelations do we have for the sign of Pisces right now, this month of November, or whenever it is that they find themselves listening, watching this reading? We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Six of Wands. I'm seeing disappointment, but I'm also seeing a victory. So could this be two sides of a coin? And what I mean by that is one party is happy and then the other party is not. One person is doing well and then another is not, and they're interconnected. So because one is doing well, the other is not. Because one is doing well, the other one is not. Or I should say, because that person is doing well, or because this person finds themselves in a position, in a victorious position of some sort, I am upset about it. That's what it feels like to me right now. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have a person that is upset. They're sad, like, this didn't work out. This didn't really work out the way that I wanted to, the way that I had planned. And then we have the Six of Wands. Well, something turned out really well for somebody. Who are you? Who are you, Pisces? In this scenario, like this person's like, yeah, I have triumphed over adversity. I was able to overcome. I have overcome. I'm winning some way, somehow. We have the Seven of Swords, and then we have the Nine of Swords. Truth of the matter is, it was just a matter of time. That's what I'm getting. The Seven of Swords, which is, I'm seeing the Seven of Swords as past actions or actions in general that someone thought they were getting away with, quite simply. That's what happens in the Seven of Swords. It's like, hey, the message, the advice in the Seven of Swords is, hey, before you do that, you might want to consider the fact that it's going to come back around. And when it does, well, you're going to have to deal with something, and it won't be pleasant. The Seven of Swords. It was just a matter of time. It was just a matter of time. I'm hearing for things to have blown up in their face. And then we have the Chariot. You know what this feels like? You know, I'm getting a visual of the Roadrunner. Is it Roadrunner and what, that other guy? So what's the deal with the Roadrunner and that guy? That guy with the pistols? I think he is constantly setting traps. Is that right? Constantly setting traps for the Roadrunner. And time again, the Roadrunner outsmarts the guy with the pistols. And just when the guy with the pistols thinks, I got you, it turns out you don't. That's what I'm getting. That's the visual. This is a Roadrunner. It's the Chariot, guys. Gosh. And the Chariot is, I'm hearing a strong contender, a person that doesn't easily give up, a person that looked within, derived all of their strength, their willpower, and pushed forward. That's the Chariot. Time. I'm seeing somebody panic. Oh my goodness, how much time is left? It's How much time is left? Somebody's worried about time. Oh my goodness. I'm running out of time. I'm running out of time. I'm also seeing somebody trying to cover their tracks. We see it here. You see that? The Seven of Swords. I'm trying to cover this track, that track. I'm hearing, but the problem is that they have so much to hide. It's like they're not going to fit. They won't cover their tracks. They won't be able to cover their tracks in time. This person knows that the time is up and there's absolutely nothing that they can do. I'm hearing because this road runner has crossed the finish line already. If not crossed the finish line, they are very well ahead. I'm hearing they have a huge advantage already. That's what's happening. That's what's going on, guys. Let me see what else I pick up. You know, this Six of Wands really goes with the month of October. And even we're in the month of October right now. It's about to be November in a day. Yeah, a day or two. What's today? Tomorrow is Halloween, the 31st. So regardless, like this card here, you see the attire, the Mexican attire? It reminds me of Dia de los Muertos in November. It reminds me of the month of October and the month of November. So I think it really ties in well with your reading this month of November. Okay, so this is what's happening. This is what's going on. Let's get some oracle cards. Seven of Pentacles. Well, Mir, listen, you learn from your mistakes. I mean, let's get real. Some of you, you're the one that's trying to cover your tracks, and others of you, that's not you. You're the road runner. And well, I want to give both sides advice. So, Seven of Pentacles, this is the person that is upset at the moment. In fact, I even feel like this is Roadrunner. I'm calling you Roadrunner for whatever reason. This is Roadrunner as well. I'm seeing Roadrunner, and I'm also seeing the other person depicted here in the Seven of Pentacles. Let's start with Roadrunner. Delays, a lot of delays. Continuous effort. I'm hearing continuous effort. Roadrunner. It hasn't been easy. And you've worked really hard, and sometimes it seemed as though you didn't move an inch. You didn't make any progress. Seven of Pentacles. But you continue to stay persistent despite whatever challenges you face, despite the circumstances. Despite your disillusionment, you continue to work. Now, I'm also seeing this as the other person who is not the road runner, the person that is covering their tracks. And I'm seeing this Seven of Pentacles related to them as, well, everything doesn't always turn out the way that you want it to, no matter how hard you try. I mean, what I'm hearing, why are they even covering their tracks? I mean, because they're controlling a situation. They're wanting to assure a particular outcome. They're wanting to sustain something, and they put all their time and their energy into it. And now they're unhappy, unfulfilled with the way things turned out. But then right now I'm hearing, but at some point you were happy. I mean, what you really did, this Seven of Pentacles, okay? What you really did was buy yourself time. That's all you did. You bought yourself time. And that's all. And now the time is running out. Okay. Let's get some more cards. Tell me more, tell me more, tell me more. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Let's see. Receipts could be of significance. Receipts. Which it kind of it does go with the message that I've been giving you, like covering tracks, receipts to things, right? Like records and things. Angel numbers, confirmation. We have, disruption, lightning. Whoops, I didn't see that coming. I didn't expect this. I'm shocked. It's quite shocking. Look, here we have a person that's completely devastated. Look, they're on their knees and they're crying, and and the reason is because their nightmare is coming true. And then again, I'm hearing, well, all the trickery, all the twists and all the turns and all the bases you tried to cover, they only bought you time. That's all. That's what happened here. You bought time. And this person here is now coming to that realization, and it's quite shocking. And I guess it is because, sometimes, like I'm getting right now, like it's worse for this person now because they got a taste of what they wanted and a taste of a victory, a false victory. Now they can see that. They got a taste of it. Like, this is mine. They got to experience this thing, this experience. They got to experience something that they wanted, a certain reality, let's just call it. And now it's time to wake up. And that hurts even more, again, because they got a taste of it. They're losing it now. So I mean, they made things worse for themselves. Things really, they're a lot worse now than they could have been, should have been, really back, let's say back then or whenever. Disruption. This is like the Tower. Lightning. And I feel like this lightning is just something shocking, as well as a revelation, right? An awakening, a reckoning. An awakening can be pleasant in the way of like, oh, wow, I didn't see this before. Like, I didn't see how this talent or how wonderful this or that is. I didn't see it in front of me. Now that I'm seeing it, wow. But then, an awakening can also be a rude awakening, like, whoa. That's messed up. What I'm realizing, and here I feel like it's a rude awakening. This is a rude awakening. We have Firefly, wonder. Wonder. I wonder why. What is there? Something very mysterious, mystical here with this firefly. Some of you could be seeing many fireflies, and that is a messages that are manifesting all around you. Tell me more about this wonder. We have not relationships. Somebody's wondering about relationships. Now, something that stands out to me here is the knot. And knots are pretty significant for me because I see them during shamanic readings sometimes. And they're representative of attachments. And attachments can get very complicated. For example, if I see that an attachment here, this red string, a string. Attachments can manifest in many ways. And one of the ways, and the way that they manifest just represents symbolically how they got there and how, what they are and how they got there. The different types of attachments, emotional, physical, and there's all kinds of attachments. And here, and when they have knots is when they start getting really complicated. They get tangles too. Sometimes they're completely tangled, and then they have knots. Like that, there we have an entanglement. And here we see a knot. Let's call it a negative attachment. A negative attachment that has been worked through, as a matter of fact. So I see this as being a very good thing. Many of you have managed to release a negative attachment. And listen, and once they start having knots, you find yourself in difficult situations. It's not that easy to release and let go. There's things that you have to process. Some attachments you can release and let go of very quickly. Others you cannot, because you got yourself in a situation, and well, it's not easy to, devil's not really going to release you. Let's put it like that. So that's this scenario here. But I like to see this. You see how the knot it's not a knot, it's loose, it's a loose knot. Relationships, working process. Many of you have worked through a difficult, it wasn't easy working through it. But also I'm hearing many of you find yourself in a position where, you need to be careful as well what choices and decisions you make in moving forward, because you could create knots. And again, what are knots? Knots are just circumstances, okay? Circumstances in your life that you created based on your actions and your decisions that created certain circumstances, living conditions, for example. It's just one example that, you have to work through before you can say, I'm done with this. So you need to be very careful with that, because I'm seeing it both ways. I'm seeing it like it possibly could become a knot. And think about it, a knot on your shoelaces. Those really stubborn knots. Oh my God, it's going to take forever to work through this. I'm hearing many of you decided not to work through it. Okay, which required a lot of patience. It required a lot of energy from you, and it was incredibly frustrating. Relationships, wonder. Well, who is wondering what? Somebody's wondering. You see, this firefly to me feels very hopeful. So I'm seeing, I'm seeing a person sitting there wondering about a relationship. Doesn't have to be this one in particular, just any relationship in general, one of significance, obviously. But I'm seeing somebody sitting wondering, now that I've managed to almost, right, release myself from this bind, from this complication. I am now wondering. I'm seeing, it says wonder. So when I think about wonder, I think about somebody who's dreaming. I'm thinking about possibilities, the what ifs. I'm hearing that didn't exist before. Okay, let's continue. Well, let's tell me more. Well, what's up? What do you want to tell Pisces about this? How is this going to be developing? Let's see. Tell me more this month. This is about the month of November. This is about right now. Maybe it's not November for you. Maybe it's, I don't know, December. Maybe it's January, February. Who knows? Right now. Look, I was talking about the devil, wasn't I? There it is. The devil. Okay. And we're going back to the relationships and the knot. So this is another thing, guys, there's many of you watching. Each and every one of you, your unique situation is going to differ. All the same story, but, all coming from a different place, different point of view, different position. It's all the same story. This devil is connected to this here, right there. Be careful. Be careful what you get into. Be wary, okay? Maybe not wary, but just be aware. Okay. Be aware of your relationships, your connections, specifically your interactions with others, because there's the possibility, I'm hearing, to get caught up again. Right? The wrong pull, right? Pulling here. So you know what this also feels like? It's like having to be very careful. I'm having to be very careful the way that I handle this, because I can't really, tug too much. Because if I tug too, if I pull too hard, this knot is going to start closing in. You see? So, you know what this almost feels like? Being in a situation where there's a lot of friction, but where one could not make any, I'm hearing like strong, like big moves, maybe obvious moves. So like now what I'm getting the mental image of is this knot. Picture this knot on the floor, and friction, just everyday circumstances, whatever, is just, let's just call it friction. It's undoing the knot, but it isn't like deliberate. You understand? So I'm seeing this as somebody's approach, perhaps the approach they've had, but perhaps the approach in general that one has had here, but also what's happening this month of November, where you can't pull. And what does that mean? What is that symbolic of? Like, I can't pull. It's like you can't make pull. I'm hearing you can't really pull. So you have to, it's not that you have to, but it's what I'm saying. It's like, I have to pretend. So right now I'm getting a visual. There's like, the devil is there. They're sitting there, and then the devil has a hostage over here, and the hostage is in chains, and they're trying to get out. They want to be released, right? I want to escape, but, I have to, play it cool with this devil, because, I can't make any big move that's going to draw their attention towards me, because they'll retaliate. They might put me in a tighter bind. And that's certainly what I see here, guys. It's like I'm seeing devil, like you make the wrong move. And it's really, it's being stuck in a bind for sure, because the devil is here. So it feels like, it almost feels like a trap, to be honest with you. This feels like a trap. And then right now I'm hearing setting off the alarm. And then right now I'm getting the visual of like a cookie jar in the kitchen, and the cookie jar, it's like, okay, I'm going to leave this cookie jar right here. I'm not hiding it, but I'm just leaving it right there. But the cookie jar makes a noise when it's opened. That kind of situation, like, aha. Tell me more. I think this deck is in Portuguese. It says Diaba, and it sounds like Diabla in Spanish. Diaba. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Yeah, I believe it's in Portuguese. Diaba. Diabla. It's like a she devil. You're almost loose. You're almost loose. You're almost loose. Look, oh, the Three of Swords. This is the month of November is that, guys. This is sometimes you can't cut ties. Sometimes you can't cut ties with people. Even if you want to, you can't cut ties with them because there's things that link you to them. It could be finances. It could be, it could be another person. It could be, for example, children. Like there's a lot of things. It could be property, like whatever. It could be a contract. It could be so many things that link you to somebody. And even if you wanted to just say, bye-bye, I don't ever want to see you again or something like that. Like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. It's like you can't because there's something binding you there, the both of you together. And that's pretty much what I see here. For example, this could also be like a marriage. And like, sure, you can leave or whatever, but there's still certain due process. For example, a divorce, there's things that you have to do. It's like you can't really cut loose yet because I'm hearing the consequences or it's just so many things, right? Sometimes you can go, sometimes you can't, and sometimes you do it anyway, but then there's just, maybe you have to face it late, whatever. It's just like there's so much here going on. 3 of Swords. This is messed up, actually. This is messed up. Somebody's been trying to squeeze themselves out of something. Is this you, Pisces? Is somebody you know just trying to squeeze yourself out of something? Yeah, relationships not. You've managed for sure to undo a lot. You've managed to undo. As a matter, and it's costed you, it's costed somebody. Like 3 of Swords. Wow. Heartache. It's costed you relationships. Has it ruined relationships for you? Relationships in your life, the 3 of Swords. Like this person's like, oh, my heart. It's hurtful. Betrayal. A war. It's betrayal. Being hurt, deeply hurt. We have the Moon card and it's reversed. Look, and then we have the High Priestess and it's reversed. Moon card reverse is about regaining your sanity. It's about regaining clarity. It's that is it twilight? Is it twilight? What is it called where it's like neither night or morning yet? Is that space in between of transition from night to morning? Is it twilight? It's like that's what I'm seeing here, that moment where darkness transforms into light. And well, with that comes clarity, truth. The High Priestess reversed. You know, the Moon reversed, the High Priestess reversed. Your intuition betrayed you. It's what I'm hearing. Take that symbolically. Intuition failed you. Somebody's intuition failed them. Tell me more about this. Let's get some cards from here. You know, the Moon reverse and the High Priestess reverse is also a person who uses, it's actually a spiritual abuse. The Moon card and the High Priestess reverse is spiritual abuse. It is. This is spiritual abuse where somebody uses their own intuition to do harm. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. Well, what about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? Is this what they're trying to cover? What did we see from the very get-go? Look. Ooh, I am. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Nobody knows what I did. I know what I did. And I am so happy. Look, they have a huge smile on their face. I am so slick. I am so slick. But oh my God, I wasn't counting on this thing to happen. How devastating. I didn't expect this person to come and expose me. The Sun card. Yeah, this is all, yeah. I asked specifically like the High Priestess and the Moon reverse. These are lies too. Nasty lies. I mean, this is the kind of stuff like why, like there's lies. And then there's this, like things that you shouldn't lie about. Like, why did you lie about that? Like, that's not like you're not. For example, I'm pregnant, like somebody saying I'm pregnant, and then they make you believe that they're pregnant or something. Just to give you an example, it's like, you don't play around with things like that. You don't it's like it's that kind of lie. It's that kind of lie. Like, wow, you lied about that. Like, that's pretty, like, that's really messed up. Or and then right now I heard spiritual attack as well. Sun card, open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. Yeah, you see, I asked about these two cards and we got the Sun card. And I'm seeing that twilight, it's dark and all of us, the sun comes out and next thing you know, it's the sun is bright out in the sky. So this is about being illuminated, about being illuminated, becoming aware of what happened. I mean, that in itself, I always like to say the truth will set you free. No matter what it is. Because oftentimes a lie, for example, keeps you stuck in misery and suffering and you don't even know it. You don't even know why it's happening. You're sitting there asking why this, why that. You don't even know. You can't even fathom. And then you get that clarity. You find something out. You get that truth and it sets you free. That's what it is. The truth sets you free. Your pain and your suffering, you know why, right? Why do I feel this way? Or why this? Why did I go through this? And sometimes, the only way that you can heal is there's everybody based on whatever trauma, based on whatever unique situation they got going on, will require to heal. And healing is very diverse. It can get very complicated. It's not one set of rules for everybody, steps for everybody. It's different. And you heal in many different ways. And oftentimes when we're dealing with something like this, what I'm seeing here, the way that you heal is just the truth. The truth will set you free and instantaneously you're healed. So this is about healing your spiritual self. Your spiritual energetic body, which would include your crown chakra, your third eye, your throat, as well as your heart. because these upper chakras deal with the spiritual upper realms here. Which is bringing healing to that. What else? Yeah, open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. Yeah, this is healing your intuition. That's what I was saying. Healing. Your subconscious. Healing your subconscious, healing spiritually, and experiencing enormous spiritual growth through this experience. So if there's something that you can derive from this, and there always is, it's not that you have to, like, this happens so that you can do this, but everything we go through in life, especially bad experiences, there's something that they can teach you. And that's a choice that you have, right? You can turn this bad experience into something positive. And I feel like that's what you're being asked to do. Like, this is not all negative. You're gaining a lot through this experience. I mean, you're gaining liberation, many of you. Your upper chakras, right? Opening. Your heart opens. Your throat chakra opens. You feel a lot more aligned. You know what your purpose is. You can speak freely. Before, I'm hearing there was a knot in my throat, and now I understand. My relationships, my connections, everything's a lot clearer now. I can trust myself. I know my intuition and what is when it's speaking to me. I'm able to identify that. I have grown tremendously. I've expanded my consciousness. I'm hearing, and that's what you should be focused on, or at the very least, I feel like that's what's being brought to your attention right now. Sun, open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. All right, guys. One last message. Yeah, we have to go. Let's get some messages from here. I feel like that's the overall message, guys. Let's go over this again quickly. Value your self-worth. You are God's precious gem, diamond. Value your self-worth. Value your self-worth. You are God's precious gem. Wow. Unnecessary worries. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. Control issues. Utilize your God-given strength and power instead of fearing that others may try to control you. Unnecessary worries. That's the message, guys, for you. What you need, I'm leaving you with this. Unnecessary worry. Sun card. I feel like this is saying that this month of November, many things are being illuminated or being completely illuminated. I'm hearing, so far, many of you, you've been working up to that sun, to high noon when the sun is the brightest. You're getting there. Open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. Remain positive no matter what has happened. I feel like it's over, or if it's not over, it's just a matter of time at this point. But you need to be careful. There is a warning here, knots in relationships, not to fall back into, not to be trapped again. And this is also saying there is the possibility of that possibly happening. Right? We see it here, like this could become a knot, and which I'm just seeing here as further complications that you don't want. Value your self-worth. You're God's precious gem. Value yourself. What does that mean? Well, I feel like the message is saying, listen to yourself. What do you need? What is your body asking? And respond accordingly. If something doesn't feel right, like don't put yourself through in negative experience. Don't do that. Value yourself more, which is just take care of yourself. Treat yourself nicely. Think of, for example, about a child, or think about somebody that you really, really love, whether it's a sister, whether it's your mom or your dad, whoever, and think about how you would want them to be treated, or what you would want them to do if they would find themselves, I'm hearing, in your predicament. How would you want them to respond or react? Always thinking about themselves and doing what is best for them, because you don't want them to suffer, and that's what you should be doing for yourself too. Utilize your God-given strength and power instead of fearing that others may try to control you. Utilize your God-given strength and power. Here, I do see a controlling energy, right? Look, it says fearing that others may try to control you. There's a fear, right? If I do this or if I do that, there could be consequences, retaliation. So because of that, I fear, I step back, because I don't want to be controlled. I don't want to be limited or restricted. So I allow myself to experience something that is not pleasant. Or I stay in situations, predicaments that do not serve me. Because I believe that if I don't fight back or rebel in some way, that this grip will only get tighter. And that's what I've gotten with this. You can't really pull that much, because it only gets tighter. So there's a lot of control and manipulation, for sure. Utilize your God-given strength and power. I feel like this is saying, listen, look within. Understand, okay, your divinity, the power within you to create change in your life through faith, through hope, through your willpower. Utilize your God-given strength and power. You haven't been using your power. You know what that is, guys? Your intuition, your spiritual strength. Has that been taken from you, from somebody? The priestess reverse, the moon card. Let's get one more card from here. Closing messages for Pisces. If you want to book a reading with me, guys, you can do so by going to the link down below in the description box. It's going to take you to VotreVoyageTarot.com, where you could book a private reading with me. Let's read all of these, okay? I'm just going to throw them at you. Proposal. A romantic or business opportunity is indicated. In fact, you see this card, this deck here? Look. It says opportunities. There's a key. A new car or a car, a key. It's just representative of opportunities. These business opportunities. Proposal. A romantic or business opportunity is indicated. Fool. Have the courage to embrace change. Take risks. Be adventurous. Freedom. Look at that. World. Be open to new possibilities in all areas of your life. Coffin. Natural endings abound. Take care with your health. Love. Love surrounds all your connections. Move forward positively in all areas of your life. All right. So final message right here. Final message for my dear Pisces. Final message for Pisces. Let's see. Final message. Jackpot. At last, you will feel like you have it all. Love, success, money, and feeling proud of yourself. You will finally achieve the everlasting happiness. Happy ending, You will finally achieve the everlasting happy ending you dreamed of, guys. Your happy ending. There is a happy ending. It's what you should know. Travel. There could be an opportunity. How many times have we heard opportunity? A handful of times. There could be an opportunity to travel that will break up your daily routine and also help you discover and consider fresh ideas you haven't thought of before. One more card and I'm letting you go. Pisces, Pisces, it was so nice spending time with you. All right, here we go. Clearing, you're finding alternative ways to find happiness, clearing away energy that doesn't serve you anymore and aligning more with your higher self. Love it. This is what I have for you, Pisces. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you. As always, truly, it was an honor and my pleasure. You guys take care, okay? Bye-bye.